issue some toolkits to the following students. We have one for masonry, one for welding, plumbing, and electricals. Your Excellency, sir, these toolkits are basically what you'd call a starter pack for them to get into the world. So you may go and receive. Let's start with Emily Kwamboka to receive her toolkit. And Emily Kwamboka is in masonry. Musishira will receive her starter pack, and Ann Musishira is in plumbing, or welding, sorry, welding. That's a welder. Then we have Sami Apo, who's in plumbing.
Excellency, I would also want to acknowledge program partners, distinguished guests, 2jiajiri graduates, Amjambo, ladies and gentlemen. Mpo? Graduates, Mpo? Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Today marks an important milestone for KCB and for the graduates that are here. Your Excellency, we really want to thank you for making time to join us, delivering an agenda for youth transformation in partnership with the partners that I will introduce, but most importantly in partnership with the government, with special mention to, through the PS TVET, who is also around, Your Excellency, to deliver, as you put it, the bottom-up agenda. We believe that in empowering the youth, in making sure that they're able to commercialize their skills, is the best way to bring the transformation that we need. This program, as I said, is a product of partnership and collaboration between KCB, the government ministries, industry players, development partners, and private companies. Your Excellency, this morning challenged us to try and unify and bring in more parties to the table, and we'll take up that challenge, Your Excellency. In a special way, I wish to acknowledge the presence and support of our partners, the German government represented by the Ambassador, GIZ and the Country Director, Bodo Eming, the various partners working with GIZ under the Employment Skills for Development Africa program, led by the head of the E4D project, Thomas Josh. County governments, Your Excellency, I mentioned the presence of the governor of Elgeyo Marakwet, State Department for Housing, State Department for TVET, Kenya Maritime Authority. Your Excellency, KCB is the partner that developed the Seafarers program. We believe that there is opportunity to deliver employment for our people, particularly through that Seafarers program. Again, it's KCB Foundation that is taking the lead in that. The Kenya Federation for 2jiajiri Association is also here. The Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Kenya Poverty Developers Association, principals and directors of TVET, the manufacturers of the toolkits that we will hand over to the graduates, Bosch, other donors, Your Excellency. Together, we are here to demonstrate the results of the partnership. Your Excellency, today we gather here to celebrate that tenacity of youth. And as this is a graduation, Your Excellency, allow me to bring in forward two people that have been part of this program, and the first one will be Patricia Wanza Musangi, to give a testament quickly of what she's been able to do. And quickly, James Bedouin, if you can come forward.
I am a beneficiary where I went to school and I studied. I did automation engineering, where I got fabrication. I did fabrication. I did construction. I also did machining and manufacturing of the machines and automating the machines to be digital, manual to become digital machines. So I have my own farm. It's called Joanne Interiors and Exteriors Limited. There I do fabrication. I do construction on sites and installation. I've been able to acquire a few machines, as you can see on the screens, where I have laser cutting machine, and also I have added value in this country, where I touched, since I started 2019, I have touched almost 250 lives via employment. Right now, because of I have 20 employees right now, and others are just for contract basis, where when the job is big, now I call them to come. Also, I do have attaches. The KCB Foundation, when the students are finished, I attach them in my farm. They come, nawaivisha kidogo, then I release them to the market. So far, I am grateful to God and the government of Kenya giving us youth this opportunity to be able to help others to build their lives. Now, in this year, these skills I got, I was able to be one of the team that Your Excellency was appointed to go to the counties to develop the designs for county aggregation centers and where now we presented and they accepted, and I was privileged because in that team I was acting as an interior designer and an automation engineer, where I was now addressing how the machines, the weights of the machines and all that. So I'm very happy to be able to be part of this team, and God bless the government and bless the partners that helped us. I urge the youth, you need to be able to allow yourself to be used so that you can be able to help us, to help others. You need also to be able to know what you really want, so that when a teacher comes or when you are asked what you want to do in your life, you are able to factor few things. Not just go to school and study. Do something that you are passionate about. Something that even if you are told to work day and night, you are able to work. As you can see me here, I am one of those orphans who were left by their parents when they were 3 years old. Since then, no one, it's God, up to now. And the people that God has sent on the way, I make sure that I impact their life, because on my time, there was no one to hold my hand. It was only me and God. But I am ready to hold hands, as many as possible, so that by the time I leave this world, I will leave a legacy of telling people that sio lazima, sio ati wazazi peke yao ndo wanaweza. Even yourself using your own mind, hata mzazi akikuacha, you have a job that God had created you to do in this world. Kindly focus. Wachana na mambo ya mabesti. Besties will take you nowhere. Friends will take you nowhere. You need to take your time first. Jichukue kama mkutano. Na uangalie mimi leo nikikufa, nitaacha nini? Unanielewa? Youth alone. You really need to have a zeal to get something. Be a footballer. And KCB and the government are the referees. A footballer and referee anachokanga na wewe. Ukikimbia huko anakufuata huko. Si kama referee wa athleti anasemanga ready go. Anaachwa hapo. But a referee wa footballer ni kama KCB Foundation and the government of Kenya. They run with you until you reach. Anakuachilia wakati umefika kwa goal, wakati you want to. God bless you. God bless you.
Your Excellency the President, the ministers present, the distinguished guests, my esteemed sponsor KCB Foundation together with your partners, my fellow graduates, good morning. Yes, good morning once more. Yes, by the name, I'm James Bethel Oyo, a beneficiary of KCB Foundation, who undertook a course in electrical installation in Bunyala Technical and Vocational College. My journey with KCB started when I was doing Mujengo. I had completed my Form 4 studies. I had nowhere to go because of school fees. So I had opted in to go for Mujengo, that I might find something to do and to provide for my church. So I heard of KCB in a college because my aunt studies there, and I went to apply. Nilipo apply, I had no hopes to get anything, but I thank God. I found a message saying that you have been selected to undergo an interview for a KCB Foundation. Since then, I've been in KCB until now. I went for an attachment. I gained skills. As you can see on the screens, that is the question mill I had just installed last week. I work with a team of more than 20 people who sometimes on a regular basis wanaenda nyumbani na not less than 1,000 because of KCB. As under myself, KCB has really changed my life. Previously, I was not able even to raise even 200 shillings in a day. But now, I can hold clients' money to then run a project which I could not even imagine. So I just want to say thank you to KCB for remembering the less fortunate in the community. And to you, our Excellency, our beloved President, this is my request on behalf of the youths. As you are executing the affordable housing program, we are the wiremen, and we are the we are the builders. Sisi watu wa Mujengo huwa tunasukumana na mawilbaro huko kwa site. this life niwe kujituma. It is not about kukaa nyumbani eti Mungu atafungua njia, sijui na ngoja serikali ifanye nini. Niwe kujituma kwa hizo masite and to be innovative, to think about what will help your community and what will uplift your family and what will change your life. So I just want to urge the youth to abstain from peer pressure and the bad groups. Hizi magrupu za kuvuta bangi, hizi magrupu za kutembea sijui umeshaka longi. No, they will not help you. Let us just focus and keep our country moving. Thank you, Mr. President.
Your Excellency, the two, I just chose not to introduce them to allow them to run the introduction. It's the true testament of what can happen if we transform the lives of youth. And I don't need to add anything more. Your Excellency has an update on the program 2jiajiri seeks to tackle unemployment among young individuals by providing vocational and enterprise development skills necessary to drive employment and wealth creation. It's in the areas of agribusiness, beauty, domestic services, automotive engineering, building and construction, as well as ICT and creatives. Your Excellency, one thing I'm very proud about this program is we also teach people just how to do a little bit more on ethics, and doing the right thing. Because one of the bigger issues we have is today you must doubt your plumber so many times. The difference with this, we teach them a lot more about social skills and enterprise development. The current program focuses on construction sector in partnership with GIZ.
It is my pleasure to join you this morning as we celebrate our graduation of the beneficiaries of the KCB beneficiaries and GIZ training under the 2jiajiri program. Today's ceremony is a culmination of combined efforts of shared commitment to youth empowerment. At the onset, I would like to express our appreciation to you, Your Excellency, for finding time within your busy schedule to grace this important occasion. This is a testament of your unwavering support for initiatives that empower our young people as envisioned in your administration's bottom-up economic transformation agenda. Your vision for a prosperous and inclusive Kenya, driven by the potential of its young people, resonates very well with KCB's core values. Your presence here today, therefore, serves as a beacon of hope of our youth, reminding them that their effective participation in productive economic activities is key to sustain development, not just of our nation, but by extension to the entire African continent. To you, the graduates, whom we are gathered here to celebrate, I say congratulations. I have no doubt that the training you have undergone, covering various programs, has fairly tested your talents, perseverance, and commitment to hard work. Today, therefore, is a celebration of your hard work and dedication. And indeed, through those two young men and young women who are here, they have indeed demonstrated that that is the case. Your Excellency, the KCB group remains dedicated to supporting initiatives that empower the youth. We firmly believe that investing in the potential of young people is an investment in the future prosperity of our beloved nation. The 2jiajiri program is just but one of the many ways we are fulfilling our commitment to the youth empowerment and sustainable development. We know our business exists in an ecosystem which we need to preserve and empower in the best way we can. The triple bedrock framework of all our operations is on the people, profits, and the planet. We have therefore, in line with our cherished motto, for people, for better, deliberately made significant investment towards empowering communities. We know we do not just exist for making profits, but for making life better for each and every person within the environment that we operate.
I'm very, very happy to celebrate this event with you, with President Ruto, with the dignitaries, because it is a big achievement that resonates deeply also with our values of collaboration, empowerment, and progress. And first of all, I would really like to thank His Excellency for his steadfast support and leadership. We know that Tibet is really one of your main priorities. When we had the preparatory discussion just a few minutes ago, and I quote you, you said, Tibet is the way to go. And I think I fully, on behalf of the German government, subscribe to this vision. Accelerating job creation and reviving the economy is a top priority for the Kenyan government, to develop skills, to develop micro, small and medium enterprises, to drive the economy for more prosperity and more growth. I would also like to thank all our development cooperation partners, the ministries that are represented today, but also the private sector that plays such an important role in bringing together the theoretical skills and the practical skills. Because without really working in a machine, in a company, without learning also from elderly, experienced masters in their fields, carpenters, electricians, plumbers, I think this is the value added that this program also brings to the youth. And I also want to thank KCB Foundation, which is a long-standing partner in this program, and who makes this event here happen. For GIZ and for the German government, vocational training and skills development is one of the main engagements, not only in Kenya, but all over the region. And from 2018 to 2023, we put together approximately 105 million euros, which is between 15 and 16 billion Kenyan shillings, in order to support skills development and youth employment here in Africa. And we are not doing this alone, we are doing this together with our friends and partners in the European Union, with the Norwegian Agency for Development Cooperation, and with the Korean International Cooperation Agency. So it's really a collective effort of the development partners on the one hand side and the regional governments and the Kenyan governments on the other side. What have we achieved so far? I just want to give you some numbers. More than 370 jobs were created, which means 370,000 family incomes created. We supported more than 58,000 Kenyan youth through vocational training, and we assisted over 45,000 enterprises in scaling up their business. So this is really a very, very important achievement. I think one of the main interventions now, and this is what we celebrate today, is within the construction industry, which is so important now also with the housing scheme that was decided by the government recently. And it's a very important sector also for the economy. Approximately 12% rise in job opportunities for young entrants every year. So today, the only thing I would like to say is Hongera Sana to all of you, each and everybody who gets his and her certificate today, 3,500. And all in all, you're not alone, because you are in a group within a group of 9,000 young individuals that receive this comprehensive training. So you will get the starter toolkit. Take it as take this as your personal capital stock, value it, use it, and apply it. This is your asset. This is your main asset now. Your knowledge, your skills that you learned in the last months, and the toolbox which gives you all the opportunities to work and earn also some good money out there. So, to conclude, I would like to make two additional important points that are really at the forefront of the policy of the German government. The first is on women's economic empowerment, and I was really impressed by the lady who presented the company that she founded and the job opportunities that she gave also to other Kenyans. And when we had the presentation at the tents outside, we also learned about an initiative called Build Her. So to bring women into the construction sector, I think this is very important, and I just want to encourage all the women here to fight for their place and to fight for their opportunities and go forward for this. And the second point is on the green transition. We were demonstrated solar panel installation to give electricity to bulbs or to bells, to small electrical machines. And I say this also because I know it's one of the main priorities of His Excellency the President. We are all working hard. You are working hard for the African Climate Summit, which will take place in 2 weeks' time. Germany is a strong partner, together with Kenya, for clean energy, for geothermal, for hydro. We are so much impressed by this ambition to go for 100% renewables by 2030. But also there, it can't be done by a decision of the Kenyan government or the German government. It needs the people, it needs you, because you are the future of this country, and we need your knowledge and your skills also for this green transition. So I really would like to invite you to go into this sector and use your skills, especially also for sustainability and the green transition of this country.
Your Excellency, one, we want to thank you very much for the visionary and wise decision that you took many years ago to initiate and start the technical and vocational training institutes, because what you started, Your Excellency, is what has brought us here today, because you are able to see what is happening internationally and what is happening globally, and that what will solve the kind of problems we have as a country, particularly on unemployment, is by giving these young people the necessary required technical skills. Your Excellency, we want to give assurance that for the 6-9 months that these young people have been in our technical activity institutions, they have actually acquired the necessary required skills and competencies, and they are now ready to go and serve the country in the various sectors of the economy. Your Excellency, these people here are passionate, they are committed, and we also thank you because of the kind of programs that your government, your administration has been able to provide, because again, the housing program and the building and the construction process that they have undergone will work out miracles in that particular program, which requires the kind of technical skills that they have acquired. You have also started industrial parks where some of them will be able to participate in value addition, agro-processing. You have also started quite a number of other programs which these people will be able to fit in, Your Excellency, and we want to assure you, as a Minister of Education, that we will be able to partner with the KCB, CSA, and all the other partners to make sure that we take technical education to another level. And allow me, in a very special way, Your Excellency, to thank KCB because of their support and commitment right from basic, because they assist our young people in secondary all the way to TVET institutions and even to our universities. And we thank you so much, and we hope there are so many partners who will also be able to take the example of what KCB is doing so that they can be able to come on board.
Today, America is our largest export market. And we are working on how to make it even better, how we can access our leather products, our textile products, our other products into the American market. Because we want to build opportunity for you. When you grow your businesses, you have a market to export the products that you're creating. That is how to go into the future. That's how to grow our country. The connection between this graduation ceremony and our agenda, as I have told you, is how we can expand market, whether it is through CFTA or General Free Trade Area, EAC, or other pieces of infrastructure, financial infrastructure that we are working on. This ceremony signals to the nation that the Kenya Commercial Bank Group, through the KCB 2jiajiri program, has successfully undertaken a monumental project, paving the way for other corporates to make their contribution to solving the skills gap frequently encountered by many industries, which have led to calls for the overhaul of our education system. This is highly commendable, and I express my great appreciation to KCB Foundation, 2jiajiri program, GIZ, and the German government for working with us on this program. Asante sana. At the same time, I encourage other corporates to replicate this model and consistently implement in order to ensure that the gap between education and training on one hand and the human capital requirements of industry on the other hand are firmly and conclusively closed. This is the objective of the government's collaboration with the private sector under the Kenya Youth Employment and Entrepreneurship Acceleration Program. On a broader scale, we are making every effort to establish optimal complementarity between industry and tertiary institutions and training, as well as efficient feedback mechanisms within the skills development ecosystem, including our universities, colleges, technical and vocational education and training institutions, industrial attachment, and internship. I will be having another conversation tomorrow on consolidating our internship program. We want you people, when you acquire skills, you can also have access to internship in industry. We are providing incentives. We want those companies that are willing to take on board graduates like yourself for 1 year or 6 months or 2 years. We are going to make sure that we give them incentives. We are going to tell them if they pay 25,000, the government of Kenya will refund them 12,000 so that they can be able to carry on. In fact, our plan is to raise as many as 100,000 internship opportunities for people like yourself who have acquired skills that can be improved by working with the sectors in the industrial space and in the whole of the economy. So again, apart from the 2jiajiri program and all the things that you get out of here, and they are commendable, we also want to expand opportunity for you to acquire or to go into the space of internship so that you can again grow. The KCB 2jiajiri program is therefore a highly promising start to our journey of transforming the skills development landscape in Kenya with a view to enhancing efficiency, productivity, and a stronger entrepreneurial and innovative performance. This graduation ceremony proves that it is possible to accomplish our goal of preparing our youth for the plenty opportunities that will be unlocked in the course of implementing our bottom-up economic transformation agenda. As I encourage other corporate sectors to emulate KCB in enriching our national skills and endowments, I also want to appreciate the German International Development Agency, GTZ, for its support to the program through its employment and skills for Eastern Africa E4D program. Let us all join hands in common endeavor to advance our youth employment and empowerment agenda as one of the most significant interventions in the economic transformation plan. Let us also congratulate all of you, the 3,500 young people who have completed the KCB 2jiajiri program for their achievements and wish them success as they launch into the new phase of building enterprises, careers, hustles, and livelihoods, and contributing to wealth creation and economic growth. I want to encourage all of you that together as a country, we will stand together to do that which is right for all of us. And that is why everything else we are doing, and I have told you this, we are deliberate, we are intentional about creating opportunities for millions of young people to contribute their talent, their expertise, their skills, their knowledge in making sure that they grow themselves, they grow their enterprises, and they support us in growing our economy. And we are going to have specific, I've said, we're going to work on housing, the whole space, and I was happy with what Patricia said, the whole space about the county aggregation. You're aware we are putting up in every county aggregation and industrial park. We will need your skills in the county aggregation and industrial park. We will need your skills in the special economic zones. We are establishing another 5 special economic zones around the country so that we can bring many young people with skills like yourselves into that space for us to grow our exports, to grow our own products that we use here at home, and to drive our progress, economy, and development. All these opportunities are intentional. We cannot, I like what Patricia said. She said that don't expect miracles to happen. Don't wait at home. I like what James said. Usikae tu nyumbani hapo ati unangojea ati itafika nyumbani. Haiwezi. Jitume. That is what James was saying. Si ndio? So, vile nyinyi mnajituma na sisi kama serikali tutajituma. Tunajituma to create opportunities for you in housing, to create opportunities for you in county aggregation industrial park, to create opportunities for you in the digital space, digital jobs, to create opportunities for you in our special economic zones and export promotion zones. That is what we are doing as government, and we want you to equally build in so that these opportunities are available. We must have a plan on how to create jobs. We cannot continue to imagine that just growing the economy will just grow jobs on its own. No, we have to know which sectors of the economy are we going to grow how many jobs. We must with clarity know where are we creating these opportunities. And that is why we are doing everything we are doing. Around Continental Free Trade Area, the negotiations we are having with the EU, the president of Germany was here. He's asking us for skilled labor to work in Germany, to work in other places. We need to develop those skills. And I'm very happy that we have many people here already working with a German institution so that we interact with their technology, we interact with their competencies so that we can measure up and we can also up our game as we do it with other countries. So all these we are building is because we want to build an ecosystem that will support our young people, will support our employment, will support the wealth creation that we are all focused on, and will also support our progress and growth as a nation. I want to confirm to you that we will move forward together. We will work with all our partners, and I must thank all our partners. I must thank the German government, the EU, all the countries we have in the continent that are working with us, the American government, being the largest export destination of our country. Today, in the afternoon, I will be meeting MCC, one of the American companies that wants to invest about 7 billion initially, and then about 100 billion later, because we want to create opportunities for us to grow as a nation. In the last 1 year, with the American government alone, we've created investments, whether it is Moderna, which is going to invest almost 70 billion in a vaccine factory in Kenya, or others in the technology space that's going to give us almost 200 billion of investment in Kenya. These are the partnerships. These are the friends who are working with us as a country to grow our own country. The same way GIZ is working with us on this program of 2jiajiri and giving skills to the young people. We need to work with others in a space that creates a win-win. And we must also be intentional as Kenyans. We must know what we want. You know, we cannot, let me tell you, good people, we cannot in this time and age. It will be a tragedy of monumental proportions if in this time and age we want to glorify demonstrations that are violent, that destroy property, that destroy people's hustles, that destroy opportunity, that sabotages our economy. I mean, we would be a very reckless people if we were to glorify such. On the other hand, we would be very ungrateful for us to vilify the people who are creating opportunities for us. We have 200 billion investment from the American government. We have huge investments from Germany. We have huge investments from other countries. We must know what are our interests, and we must secure those interests. And I want to encourage all of us as leaders to focus on the things that bring opportunities to millions of young people, to millions of citizens of Kenya. We must not be petty. We must not, be looking at things that are personal. We want to move this forward. In any case, the American ambassador said 2 statements of facts. She said the last election was the freest and the fairest in the history of Kenya, which is a statement of fact. She said Kenya is open for business, which is also a statement of fact. Let us have some decorum and respect ourselves as we demand respect from others. So I was just imagining between the people who are orchestrating destruction of property and sabotaging our economy, and those who are working with us to create investment opportunities and investment capital for the people of Kenya. Between those two, I was wondering who is actually wrong. I think it's for the people of Kenya to judge. Let me also say that going forward, I know there is limited scope in when you guys step out. There is limited scope on how much money you can get to run your business. I will shortly have a discussion with the KCB to see what is it that the government of Kenya can do. And how do we reorganize the space around Hustler Fund to make sure that you can get opportunities, especially with your skills, whether we can leverage on that to give you more money to be able to do mimi nimefurahi sana kwa Bwana kabisa. You guys are just awesome. You are quite something. Nikiwaona hivi mimi nafurahi kwamba Kenya, siku za Kenya ambazo zinakuja hapo mbele, we will be a better country. And I want to tell you, na mimi kwa upande wangu nitang'ang'ana kabisa na hao watu wote ni wapange vizuri ndio nyinyi tujipatie, kila mtu apate mahali ya kushikilia. Nitapanga hiyo mahali ya housing, nyinyi sasa ndio mtaendesha hiyo maneno. Hapa Nairobi peke yake, hapa Nairobi tutakuwa na nyumba karibu 60,000 ambayo tunataka kujenga. As I talk to you, we will be advertising in about 30 counties program ya affordable housing. Nyinyi mjipange. Mjipange kabisa, kwa sababu hiyo opportunity tuna create ni opportunity yenu. Na wale vijana. Na ndio sababu unajua mambo hii ya housing, watu wengine walikuwa wananiuliza, sasa wewe nani alikwambia tunahitaji manyumba? Wengine hawajaniambia wanahitaji manyumba, lakini vijana wengi wa Kenya wameniambia wanataka ajira na wanataka kazi. Na ili hiyo ajira ya hao vijana ipatikane, tujenge hiyo manyumba. Sota utapata problem. Sisi tunaelewana jamani? Unakubali tunatembea hii safari pamoja? Unafanya bidii. Sasa tunataka pale kwa hiyo manyumba mnajenga, tutaki nyumba ianguke. Ama kuwe na leakage, ama ile plumbing iwe na kasoro. Umepata skills ya kutosha? Mbochonjo kabisa. I am counting on you, good people. Usiniangushe. Usiniangushe. Na mimi sitawaangusha. I wish you the best of luck as you venture into the world of work and enterprise. May God Almighty bless you and the works of your hands.